From downtown Scranton, this is Northeast Current. WQPX invites you to join us as we explore public affairs, current events, and arts and culture in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Now let's meet today's guests on Northeast Current.
Welcome in to Northeast Current on the ION Network. I'm Holly Golembeski, and with me today is UNICO Scranton Chapter President Dave Bieri. Dave, welcome into the show.
Thank you for having me, Holly.
It's great to have you here because UNICO is something that is so beneficial to our community. Do you want to tell us what UNICO is for those of us that may not know too much about it?
Absolutely. UNICO is the largest Italian-American service organization in the United States. The Scranton chapter of UNICO National, we've been in existence for 55 years. It was started 55 years ago. And our motto is service above self. Everything we do, the money we raise, goes back into the community. And we're very service-oriented, much like the Lions Club or the Kiwanis Club, people are more familiar with. Mm-hmm. And we also like, as well as doing community service, giving back, service above self, is promoting and preserving our Italian heritage.
Who founded the UNICO organization?
Dr. Vistola back in the 20s. In fact, at a national level, the highest award you can be awarded is the Vistola Award for Outstanding Achievement to UNICO. And UNICO is an acronym. It stands for Unity, Neighborliness, Integrity, Charity, and Opportunity. And our motto, once again, is service above self.
Well, I know that you do a lot for the community, so give us some examples of how UNICO helps our area.
And I will forget a few, but I will try to highlight a few as well. Just recently, back in the fall, we had our 11th annual UNICO Soccer Cup, honoring the outstanding high school soccer players, both boys and girls, from the Lackawanna Athletic Conference. We just had a huge fundraiser for St. Francis Commons, the homeless veterans shelter that's being built adjacent to St. Francis of Assisi soup kitchen, and that will house homeless veterans and provide them with service. We had a huge fundraiser in November for them. We promote so many local charities. We do a lot of work with the Boys and Girls Club of northeastern Pennsylvania. We had at the Italian Festival back in September, we had our second annual Jim Minicosi 5K run and walk, and all the proceeds from that went to the Boys and Girls Club. This year we put on a huge Christmas party at the Boys and Girls Club for them. We do a lot with St. Joseph Center, not only helping out with their summer festival, but we also do drives for their baby pantry at St. Joseph Center. Mm-hmm. Scholarships. We have scholarships endowed at all the local universities that are given out to students from the area here in Lackawanna County.
And they apply for that? What do you look for?
Yes, we don't handle those. That's actually all taken care of by the universities. So they select those students of Italian-American heritage that receive those scholarships. We're just the financial person that provides the money for that as well. And we also do a lot promoting Italian heritage. A few years back, we helped a gentleman by the name of Michael DeLauro with a film called Prisoners Among Us. It was about the incarceration of Italian Americans during World War II in the United States, as well as we're helping out with a new Michael DeLauro project that we hope to have a press release come out pretty soon about a new film that he's doing that will be screened in the area as well.
And if somebody wanted to become a member, we'll mention it at the end of the segment as well, but how could people become a member that want to be a member of UNICO?
The easiest way we recommend for people to do is to go on to the website, uniconational.org. That is the best way to get information about your local chapters.
Well, how did you get involved in UNICO? Was there somebody in your family?
I didn't join UNICO until 1999. However, I've been involved with the Scranton chapter of UNICO since the mid-'80s. My father-in-law was a former president of the Scranton chapter as well as the national president for UNICO National. And it's just something my wife grew up with ever since she was little, and when I met her and her family, it's just something that I've always been a part of for the past almost 30 years.
Wow. And speaking of women, the UNICO clubs do allow women now. It's kind of like the Lions Club, because I'm a member of the Lions Club where I live, and women weren't always allowed in the club, and they are now. There are still some clubs that don't allow women, but you were saying before the show that the UNICO clubs do allow women.
Yes, we are. is both for males and females of Italian American heritage or married to somebody of Italian American heritage. In fact, on February 1st, we're going to have our 55th annual Scranton Chapter Unicorn of the Year Charity Ball. And we're honoring this year Mrs. Palma Yanni. She was our first female president of the Scranton Chapter.
Wow, and tell us a little bit about her.
Palma is a northeastern Pennsylvania woman. She's been born and bred here. She's done a tremendous amount of work, community service, not only with the Scranton chapter of Unico, but even before she joined our chapter. She's been a pillar for us. She's done an outstanding job with her leadership within the Scranton chapter, and this is a very deserving honor for her and her husband, Pat. He's a great guy. He's been involved for years as well. It's a true honor for their family.
Are Unicos nationwide? Are they
yes,
international?
We're a national organization from Connecticut to California.
Wow.
We have chapters.
There must be a lot of members.
Yes, it's escaping me right now, the membership national number. But yes, we'll have a summer convention, the national convention every year. 400 or 500 people come to that, and that rotates around the United States as well.
Is the Scranton chapter pretty big?
We are the largest chapter in the United States.
Wow.
We have close to 400 members within our chapter, and that's an anomaly. Most chapters aren't that large, but we have a large Italian-American heritage in northeastern Pennsylvania, as well as, I think if you look back at the work ethic and the type of people that live in the area, they're very community service oriented. So it's just a natural fit for those people to be with our organization as well.
And how long was the Scranton chapter around for, did you say?
We're around for 55 years.
Wow.
Because this is our 55th charity ball.
Wow, and is that's at Fiorelli's on February 1st?
That'll be February 1st at Fiorelli's. If anybody is interested, they can email me at dbieri@yahoo.com, and I can give them information. The poets will be playing that night. We're honoring Palma. It's a great evening of dinner, dancing, and a little roasting as well.
That's always a good thing. Do you have to be a member of Unico in order to go?
No, this is a charity function, and a lot of people will be in attendance that evening that aren't members, because the money that we raise goes, once again, back into the local charities as well as to our scholarships. And what's interesting to note is we generate a lot of revenue through our charity events, whether it's the charity ball, whether it's we're best known for selling porchetta on Labor Day down on Courthouse Square. We generate a lot of revenue for that. We had a hugely successful benefit honoring the poets 50 years for St. Francis Commons back in November, and we were able to present a check for $50,000 to the diocese for that project. I would say somewhere around 95% of all the money we earn stays local. We do contribute to Unico National for their national scholarships and awards, and the Unico charities like Cooley's Anemia and the Jimmy V Foundation as well.
How often do you meet your club?
We meet on the second Tuesday of every month, and we meet monthly, except for July. A lot of people go on vacation.
Yeah, we take a break in the Lions Club as well. And if somebody wanted to join, where should they go again?
They should go to the Unico National website at unico.org, and all the information's there. In fact, I just got an email right before I came here today of somebody contacting me because they want to join our chapter, and they're from Scranton. So all the information's there, and it points you in the right direction, or it gives you a phone number to call. And it could be anybody watching the show anywhere in northeastern Pennsylvania. It'll point you in the right direction.
And how does the application process actually go for someone that wants to be
There's an application you download. You just have to be of Italian American heritage or married to somebody of. You fill out the application, and that goes to the chapter for approval.
Okay, well that sounds great. Dave Bieri, President of the Unico Scranton Chapter, thanks for being with us. My name is Holly Golombeski for Northeast Current on the ION Network. Thanks for watching.